slasher film cycle is on the surface formulaic, but on closer inspection, it is a radical canon of films that made up what was truly American exploitation cinema's final cycle. The base exploitation, nudity and violence, and maybe politics, postmodernism, and all of that. Some entries, however, go well and above the call of duty to deliver a truly exceptional experience. Here are 5 examples from this year's Slasherthon. Number 5. The original version of A Night to Dismember is considered one of the worst slasher movies ever made, and from a technical standpoint, they're not wrong. It's an absolute mess, but I still love it. Then came the Lost version, released on YouTube about a year ago, a much more coherent affair with original music and extended gore scenes. This version is most definitely the Doris Wishman slasher we all wanted in our lives, and I'm glad I got to see it. An icon of exploitation cinema, delivering one of the most sleaziest entries into the entire slasher subgenre. Number 4. Former Video Nasty, Unhinged is a terrific Psycho clone with more than its fair share of tricks up its sleeve. It works both as exploitation and as a suspense thriller. It has terrific locations, music, and acting, which all culminate in the film having a very effective atmosphere. I would have no problem recommending this to practically any kind of slasher film fan. Number 3. Otherwise known as Bloody Murder 2 in the US, Halloween Camp is suspenseful, erotic, dramatically engaging, and overall one of the most competent slasher films I've seen this side of the millennium. Great cinematography and near perfectly staged kills, Halloween Camp was right up my alley and might be one of the very few films I reviewed this year that I might consider giving a second watch. Number 2. The Iguana with a Tongue of Fire is a terrific post-Crystal Plumage giallo melodrama that has suitably seedy atmosphere and very brutal kills. Stereo Cipriani's score is wonderful and even carries the film in some places, and of course a great collection of faces from Eurotrash's character actor catalogue is present as well. As classy as it can be trashy, The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire is a truly archetypal giallo, whatever, from its time, and a telling example of why this corner of Italian cinema is much beloved. Number 1. More brutal and delusional than any killer featured in the films I've reviewed this year, Tony Blair massacred the credibility of the British left in the 2000s and also left behind him a Middle East that was in a much more desolate state than it was before New Labour came into power. It was a disgraceful period, and the killings of Tony Blair lays out the where and why of that in a most impressive fashion. It looks a little cheap, but the documentary features several interviews that paint a damning portrait of Britain's last celebrity Prime Minister, until now, that highlights how pay-to-play politics can wreak havoc on ordinary lives both near and far. And with that, Halloween Slasherthon 2019 draws to a close. Thank you all for your likes and your input, and hopefully I should see you again very soon. Goodbye.